Hello, everyone. We are now live. Let me just find the video real quick. We're in this one. Yes. So lots of things are happening in the house. We're getting ready for Melbourne currently. We have got most of the store packed. So yay. Let me just do this. Noel's just spilt paint on Mum's lounge chair, so he's in trouble.
Red paint on my lounge suite. My mother-in-law gave me the lounge suite.
Yeah. You tried to blame it on Amelia and her felt pens first, and then because she was getting blamed for it originally. Right, so today we're gonna do a watercolor animal, and I'm gonna show you the process of taking a real image and making it into a watercolor animal. So I got a piece of watercolor paper from my stash. It's a Mott one, and then I've also got my Frodo. So we're gonna do a koala. We're not gonna do it grey though. Right, so let's get out a felt pen or a paint pen. Now, this is the first paint pen I touch. It's not just because no one spilled red paint on Mum's couch. Hello, Pam and Karen and Arnie Robin, and everyone else. Oh, hello, Diane C and Diane G and Raquel. Okay, so we are going to also this is on YouTube in case your Facebook isn't working, and it's on Facebook in case YouTube is not working. Right, so let's start, shall we? Let's get something flat to put underneath it. Norris in severe trouble. Right, here we go. So this is an image of koalas. Things are thankfully cited by the lovely person who took it and posted it on Google. Right, so let's do a bit of a breakdown. Oh, hello, Diane D and Karis. We are a few minutes late, so we'll 15 minutes, but anyway. Anywho, 13 minutes. Oh, not the last we've ever been. So, right. So, let's get this down into objects that we can draw. So, we just need to remember what we're good at drawing. So, only do shapes that you are really comfortable with drawing outside of. So, let's see. So, we've got a circle for the head. My paint pens decided to not work because I think Noel's ran through wet paint. 1 minute. So if anyone who's running late, apart from me not being able to find a paint pen, no one has spilt red paint on Mum's couch and tried to blame Amelia for it. Yep, red paint. Right, so let's go. So the koala's head is a circle. And then we've got the ear, which is an oval. The other ear, which is another oval. And then we've got 2 mini circles for the eye. He starts becoming a little bit looking evil. And then you do 2 half loops over tops and look, you've got eyebrows. And then we've got an oval here. And we do woo. And so then he doesn't look mad. We give him dimples. Right. And then what we come do, it's a half circle. And this is a rounded rectangle. And what we might try and do is if you're not comfortable with hands, you can actually edit the image. So then it cuts off here. So then you don't have to worry about drawing the actual hands of the koala, because they're outside the picture there. You can come in then and do your wood, which is a rectangle, with the edges of your paper being the thinnest edges.
Oh, I'm having a good night.
And then
paint in my handbag, and it'll be over for you.
And then do a C for the leg.
Damage the bottle of paint. Get a palette and squeeze some.
And then we're doing, I'm sorry for my parents in the back, my family in the background. We record in our house. Yeah. Alrighty. And then this other koala is exactly the same. Circle, oval, circle. His arm is a little bit thing. And then it's like a backwards EL3 for the hand there. Yeah. And then, so we've identified the shapes. So we've gone over, we've identified the shapes. They do look a little bit evil currently because we did it in red. Let's go, oh, hello, Diane. But we've got the shapes identified. So what we can come and do now is knowing kind of what the shapes needed to draw. Sorry, let me just put the piece of art that I was using as a backing board back away. We can come in with our pencil and using our lovely map, we can start. So the real base piece that holds it together are the two heads and the piece of wood. So we're going to come in and we're going to put our piece of wood from here to here. Okay, and then so let's get one koala's head up here. So circle, ear, ear, eye. What we might do is we'll attach those two. So we're going to attach the line at the top. And then, we'll figure it out. And then we're going to come in. And draw it so we've got his body coming in. Touching there. And then his foot's going to be there. And his arm's going to come out. Here. And then that one. That one. And then just trying to figure out the dimensions. And we're going to edit how koala looks. So we don't need it to be, oh dear Lord, we've got red on it already. We'll be fine. Red on it. So we want our koala to be a bit bigger. So we're going to give him a bit of a tummy. Bit of a I don't know what facial expression he's going to have. No expression for the moment. Oh dear. So getting this bit here balanced with the curve coming in there. And then have the baby's head poking out on the side here. Have it. Remembering that it doesn't have to be realistic. It's more like a bird currently. Go. She just looks a bit angry, so we're going to come in. There we go. And we go with and then we still have it there. And then how about that? I think that looks alright. So that there is our outline for our watercolor animal. So we went from this to this, and we only use circles. So quite simple. And then what we're going to come and do, so we're going to start colouring it in with bits first that we know of what colour we're going to do. I don't think we're going to do this a plain normal coloured koala either. So I've got a mixture, but I'm mostly going to use Mart watercolours. That blue there. I think if we make him a blue koala with orange accents, maybe. Right, so we've got 3 different blues. No, that's the colour that they kind of turn out like. So we're going to use this one as the darker one. I'm just going to come in. I'm just going to colour him in. Okay. And then we come in. Now this one in. This one here might actually be a bit darker than the other one, but that's okay. So we're just adding in where our shades go. If you're unsure about which pencil's the darker one, what you can do is you can draw them on the piece of paper first, side by side, like so, and discover which one's light and which one's darker. You don't have to have complete coverage because it's going to move, but it is good to have a fair amount of it covered. The segment that you're going to do. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of this bit under this brown. To the bits that we really want to shade. So doing a lot of the work before we add the water.
How you going?
Very good. Okay. And then we'll add just a little bit of purple as well. Just in these areas, just to get it a little bit more right. Now let's grab our paintbrush. We don't need too much water, just a little bit, as you can see. And it's only a little bit wet. And then just going to come in. I'm going to move that watercolor so we don't see those pencil strokes anymore. Yeah. Just come in. Just wetting it every so often to get it to move. Go. Continuing to move it until you don't see where you've got your pen brush, your pencil lines. Go. And if you want to make a little bit more of a gap, you can come in with your finger while it's still wet, or a piece of paper towel if you don't really like using your fingers. Just mop some of it up. And then we've still got this bit of watercolour here that we haven't moved. And there we go. So we've got that one there. Done and dusted. And while we wait for that to dry, we can come up and do... So before we do this bit here, let's come and do her... maybe her ears. So I reckon if we do these bright orange... and get an orange that's actually sharp. Go orange sharp. And then maybe a purple pink. And then some blue for her ears. Right. Now, so we've chosen this color palette just because blue and orange create a lot of contrast. And it'll look super bright once we're done and fully colored. So we're going for bright. Not realistic. Like, you guys can make yours realistic. It's just about using simple shapes to make a cute animal. Okay. So now we're done him. And that there is still a little bit wet, so we're going to wait before we do her head. But what we might come and do, so we are jumping around so then we don't really touch anything that's really wet. Thank you. See, we don't really want to touch any part that's super wet until it's kind of dry around the edges. So we're going to come and actually do, I reckon, this baby, the little baby. Right, so we're going to grab green. And then we grab the dark green watercolor pencil. So this is just out of the Mont Mart set. I just have 2 Mont Mart sets here. That's realistically. I also have some paper castels and Inktense, but I'm not using those tonight. Go. And then just hand shading. Normally do, so as you can see, I got some nice shading there. We haven't done the fingers because it's attached to the bit that's wet on the mama koala. I just grabbed our paintbrush. Gonna come in. You definitely want a rounded end paintbrush. It's like this. It's not flat end like some of our other ones. It just helps blend it, the watercolor just a bit better. A bit easier as well. Well, that's what I find. Some of you might be more comfortable with a flat end one, but rule of thumb is that the round-ended paintbrushes are generally easy to blend with. Okay. And let's see. I do like her. Look how cute the little baby is. Look at her. I did still have some pencil shapings on the page, so it's like kind of mixed in with the watercolor and made like these little bits and dabs that look like they're fur naturally. So I'm kind of happy that I didn't scrape it off originally. Like, I'm really happy with that. So yes, we're doing a watercolor Emma tonight. I think we're going to do her nose purple to match these little bits of purple around the edges. Around the koala. So let's grab, I reckon, purple, like, just to match it a little bit. And then we come and do this bit. Okay. And then let's see. Let's grab. Where did my purple go? I think this is. Yep, that's purple. Right. Takes a bit of effort to figure out which one's purple. It's the only one that I really have trouble finding in the Mott set because of the end. Right, to me that looks a bit more navy, but it does come out purple. Do not fear. Let's come in. Activate that watercolor there. And then we'll just put the extras that we've got on our paintbrush down there. Now, let's see. What else do we have to do? We might come and do, I reckon, our tree next. And then we'll do the head of the mama koala. Sorry, I just need a drink of water. And that's just so then, because if we do this tree next and then the koala head, we can actually come and do the background bits down here. And then up there, and then we can come in and do our outline and just a bit of tip to tip with our pencils and water and paintbrush to get more, just a little bit more, like edge defines, especially in these, some of these more pointy area, like closer areas up here with a smaller paintbrush. Like, where's the baby? Like this one here. Well, hello, Margaret. Well, that's okay. We were 15 minutes late tonight, so literally. Running late was definitely what happened today. So there was a few connections when getting online. Right, so we're just going to come in and we're going to do a base of our wooden orange to match the ears of our mama koala. And then we're going to do our next one as the umber one. Yep. And starting to get that wood grain pattern in there, as you can see where it's not all in one line, it goes. Just trying to like do a swizzle type version of the wood grain. And then where's our, this colour here? Yeah, yellow ochre. That's the one we want. And then, no, that's purple. There's our black. This might be the black. This is the black. Right. Just come in and put a few bits of black in. While we're at it, while I'm thinking, but we might just add a bit of purple along these edges here. There we go. Just, I think there needs to be a bit more blending up here. So if we just do a little bit of purple there. Also to match the purple everywhere else, because you're not winning them 3. So let's do the purple bits up here, and then we'll come down and do our wood that we just drew. Oh, thank you, Diane. So yeah, we're just coming in. Our paintbrush and a little bit of water. There we are. And then just come in, go with the flow. If it overblends, we can come in with another layer. It's just watercolor. It's not the end of the earth. Yeah. So we've got our wood, and as you can see, the wood grain is really prominent of where the black was. And that's because that's the darkest shade. So we've been able to go through and we made the highlights we already need, and we've covered up that red mostly. So it's not too bad. So there we go. So now what can I come and do next bit? So we've done this bit here, so let's come up here and do the head now. Now we make her nose a mixture of orange. Get this orange here. Just a touch of lime up the top. So then her baby matches her. And then the ears. Coming in with our blue combo again. So we got that colour, we got that colour, we got that colour. So this is coming. There you go. And then we'll come and do this here. So now that we've blended that one out a little bit with our pencils, we're just going to come in and add our purple. Just a little bit along the edges so then it doesn't come near our inner circle bit here. And then let's find out that umber. Do the edge. There we go. And then okay. So we're just going to come up and do the nose. We're going to do the nose very carefully with not too much water, so then we don't end up with mud. So then we still have orange and lime at the end of it, because it's a bit of a dicey combo, which is why we did that one first. And just adding in, blending it out. Okay. And if you're worried that it's not looking fuzzy enough, don't worry, that's what the outline's for when we get to it. I only have 2 more bits before we do the outline. So we're just going to come in now. There we wait for those ears to dry. What colour are we going to do the background? I was thinking like a yellow. Maybe? Reckon? Yellow up there. And then like... bit of green down here. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's see, shall we? So let's add a yellow in. I reckon like tangles. Okay. And then if we come in and go maybe? It's in the background. So just come in, color those in. And then color this one here in. have the yellow in. That's Mom's phone. And go, and then that's gap. This is coloured in. Gap, and this is coloured in. And then that's a gap, and this is coloured in. Gap, coloured in. Yellow. Okay. Yellow there. And then if we put our blue now. So then if we put our blue in the gaps. Yellow there. Yep. So now come in. And we start the green flowers. Okay. There we go. And then yep. So we've got that one there. So with the flowers done. We'll come and do all the yellow bits. Being careful not to stray into the blue. I feel like I've missed a comment. we are coming back to the koala's head. Maybe I've never really considered it. I do these for fun. I can draw any animal pretty much. So. Anyone can draw animals. Just break it down into the shapes that you're comfortable with drawing. My 3 strongest are dodgily drawn circles, which I'm very proud of. Rectangles, which aren't straight, and I was supposed to do all yellow first. Frickety frick. Gonna have to make sure I clean my paintbrush really well before I switch back to the yellow. And love hearts and flowers as well. I've got 4 because I do like flowers, but like stick to the ones that you're really confident with, and then work your way up. It's simple. All it was circles. Promise you. If you just when you rewatch the video, you'll see that we broke down an actual image of a koala and her cup. Pretty good. This is coming doing the orange like I said I was doing when I quickly switched to blue because I forgot what I was doing.
I can have it tomorrow. But that need to be washed. Oh, yes.
Yep. Now, so let's just, that's the background done. Let's just regroup for a quick second. So what we've got left is what we've got the mama's koala head. We're going to do a bit of tip to tip to get a few more shadows in some important spots where they've just kind of been lost a little bit. Just a little bit. So just a little bit of that. And then an outline. So let's do the head. I did put off the head because of the eyes. I haven't fully drawn them yet. I think I might do them sleeping like a baby. Just because I wasn't 100% sold on them. Okay. Let's see how it looks let's see how it looks when she sleeps. What do you think? I think the sleeping one might do. Let's do sleeping. Yeah. Let's do sleeping. Right. So let's come in with our blues now. Right, so this is actually the darkest one. So we're just going to come in. start by going around the koala's head. Blues, and then let's grab our purple and our dump and our umber. So purple. That's just to make sure it blends in the blue. So we just went over the cheeks that are formed with the purple with some blue, and that just makes sure that it will blend nicely so they don't pop out as just like the circles they are there. So then we do lose those circles. Paintbrush, there we are. Now, let's get into this. Start there. Make your way going down. Yeah. Okay. And there we go. So there's the head. The paper did start to peel. I have overworked it just a little bit on the head, just to get the blending to where I wanted it. That's also because I'm not working on a flat surface. So if I was working down here, it wouldn't be too bad. But because I'm working up here and it's like poking directly through and there's nothing flat there, it does tend to molt a little bit more. So when you work flat, it won't happen as much. So yeah. Right, now we're going to come and grab our flat tip paintbrush. That's very small. And where is that purple? Nope. Yes, right. Actually, where's the dark green first? Dark green. So we just grab this one here first. Just as you can see, tipping it to tipping it. Getting a fair amount of ink on that. Come in. applying it to the painting. Just going to come in to a few spots that we missed. So start off here. Don't have enough water on the paintbrush. Okay. And then come and do these bits. We did forget to paint our hands, just noticed. Bit of a moment, isn't it? And then let's grab the, no, that's the umber. I'm looking for the purple. I did just grab it a minute ago. Right. Grab the purple. Smooth that bit up there. Just a little bit more. And then coming along. And just need to come and do some on the wood, I think. Where's the burnt umber? We'll be needing that in a minute. That's the black. The burnt umber. Just coming in, adding some of that wood grain. A little bit more.
Are you going to fix them? You've got drawers open and cupboards open.
And we're going to come in and just add a bit more down this one. So That's it so far without the outline. Now we're going to come in and we're just going to heat to it real quick. I normally wouldn't heat to it. I normally would just leave it for a few minutes and then come and outline it. But we're doing a class. There we are. And then we're going to grab our black watercolor pencil. I would like it to be sharper. 1 minute, please. I'm just quickly going to grab the sharpener without knocking all my stuff. Mom, what drawer's your sharpener in? What drawer's your sharpener in?
Should be in that drawer where it is. Probably not there because one of the kids has taken it.
Hold up.
Turned it.
No, I found the steel one.
He's only just looking the chooks up now. He was told to look them up when I got home.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Sorry about that. I do prefer when I outline from my pencil to be pointy. So we're just going to come in. I'm just doing it off to the side so I don't get it all over my artwork. I'm going to make sure this is the black. Yeah. Right, there we go. So I've got a bit more of a point on him now, which is good. Makes it easier to do this part. And then I'm going to do, this is just a watercolor black pencil as well. This is why we want to make sure it's dry. If it's still wet anywhere, the pencil will bleed because it's watercolor. Okay. It's coming around. Giving that arrow just a little bit more detail to it. Not doing it as a solid circle. Makes the fur look real. A little bit more organic with how we drew and painted it. Right, and then let's see, so we've got that. I'm just considering whether or not we need to do the outlines in the background. I think we do. Do think we do. Okay, let's do the outlines in the background real quick. And that's my brother in the background. And yeah. Oh, I'm not pressing as hard as what I did when I went around the koalas. This is so then the outlines around the flowers in the background. It's just a little bit lighter. There we go. And I think that might be us done actually. So I'm going to sign it before we forget. Okay. Signature done. And that there is our koala. So super cute, super easy to do. It's just circles and love hearts and a few ovals. So like I said, it's nice and simple. And it's just really cute and fun. We don't have a mixed media bundle for tonight, by the way, people. This is so thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed class. It's a bit different, I know. And we will be back next week. I don't think I'll be teaching on Monday. I think the class times have all changed, so check your emails for what time the classes are next week. But we are back tomorrow night for card making, 7 p.m. And Mum's going to be making something with the Redwood Farm kit in the August group. So thank you all for coming and have a great night. Bye.